Hi girls, welcome back to our second term portion of EVS 1 Science, first standard 5th, which is presented by Mrs. Shilpa Ribello. So girls, let's continue with our lesson number 24, Substances, Objects and Energy, Part 2. Girls, in the first part, we have studied about substances are made up of tiny substances. Scientist named Kanad Maharshi who discovered minute particles. Liquids are also made up of small minute particles. Gases are also made up of small minute particles. Naphthalene balls becomes smaller in size and slowly disappears. We have seen all this, how it happens. Also, we have studied the states of substances such as solid, liquid, and gaseous. We have seen the water in all three states. Water is an example in all three states. So, when we keep water when we take water in a container and keep it in the fridge, we get the ice form. So, that is known as solid. Okay, so that we can call as solid. And how are the particles in a solid? They are very close to each other. They are very close to each other. Same way in liquid state. When we see the water or the liquid is not having the proper shape. Now in liquid we can say as petrol, diesel, water. They all are liquid form. So they don't have shape. They take the shape of the container. If we pour in glass, they take the shape of the glass. If we pour them in the bottle, they take the shape of the bottle. And how are the particles in a liquid? They are little far from each other. Little far from each other. And the third is the gaseous state. Now we can see cloud. So how clouds are formed? With the help of the water vapors. Okay. So when water vapors come together, they form a cloud. So how are the particles in a gas? They are very far from each other. They are very far from each other. So in the last video, first part of the video lesson, we have seen the states of substances such as solid state, liquid state and the gaseous state. Now we will continue with the topic substances and objects in the second part. So let's start the second part of this video. So observe this picture. This is an example. There is one girl called Asmita. Asmita went to buy an earthen pot. She went to buy an earthen pot. There she saw many things kept for sale. So as you can see in the picture, there are many things kept for sale. Can you see here? So there are many things prepared and kept for sale. Also there is a potter, there is a man. So that man is known as potter. Why he is known as potter? Because he makes pots. So he is known as potter. So potter is making earthen pots and also he is making other things which we can see in the picture. And for what purpose he is making? He is making it to sell. For sale. So girls, how did she? Now here she means who? Asmita. So how did Asmita identify what she needed? What she wants? She want to buy earthen pot. So how she identified? There are so many things if you see in the picture. So many things. But how she identified the earthen pot? Can you guess? How she will identify the earthen pot? Yes. Exactly. Asmita identified earthen pot from its shape. So can you see that the earthen pot has a particular shape? They have a proper shape. So as earthen pot has a particular shape, so from the shape itself, Asmita came to know that this is a earthen pot. She identified that this is an earthen pot and she purchased it quickly. So, from what substance had the potter made all the things, whatever you saw in the picture? So, from what the potter has made all these things? What he has used to prepare it? Potter has made so many things, right? We saw in the picture. So, which substance potter used for making the earthen pot and for making the other things? Any guess? Yes, as you can see in the picture, obviously the potter has used soil. Can you see in the picture? The potter has used soil. So from the soil, the earthen pots and other things will be made. So the soil is a basic substance used to make the different things or types of objects. So earthen pot is made by the soil. So soil is a basic substance used to make the different things or different types of objects. Okay. Now, what is the difference between a substance and an object? Here you can see substances and the object. So now, we just now studied an example of pot and soil, correct? So now can you tell me, out of soil and out of object, which one is the substance and which one is the object? Naturally it is written down. Okay. So soil will come under the substance and pot will come under the object. Clear? So substances is soil and object is earthen pot. So soil is made of many tiny particles. Soil is made of many tiny particles, and that tiny particles we are not able to see. We can see soil, but that tiny particles, lakhs and lakhs of tiny particles which are used to make the soil, we are not able to see that. Okay. So soil is a substance and earthen pot is an object. Substances don't have particular shape. Can you see? Soil doesn't have any particular shape. But objects have particular shape, proper shape. So here, substances directly we get from nature. Soil we are getting from nature, correct? But pot we get from nature? No. We are making the pot. So, objects we are supposed to make it. But the substances we get from nature. Clear to you all? So, objects have a definite shape. Their parts are put together in a particular way. Now here, which is a picture, what you can see? What substance are there? What substance are they all made from? Look at the picture. Observe it properly. What is the substance over here? Yes. They have, here is the wood. Wood is a substance. And what are the objects? Table, chair, bed. They are the objects. Means the table, chair is prepared by the help of the wood, by the help of the substance. Correct? So like soil and earthen pot, here wood and objects are there. That is, objects means table, chair, bat, stand. So these all are objects which are made by the help of the wood. Okay. So what is the substance here? Wood is a substance. What are the objects? Chair, table, bat and the stand. Clear, girls? So objects are made from substances. Objects are made from substances, as we have seen before also. From soil we have made pot. From wood, chair or table or bed. Many wood furnitures we are preparing. Correct? So, I hope so you have understood. Okay? So, can you see the wooden material? So, tell me, wood will come under the substance or object category now? Wood and soil. Which category it will be? Yes, it will be in the substance category. Wood and soil is a substance. So, they will be in the substance category. And earthen pot and a chair will be the object because they are prepared by the help of the substance. Clear? So I hope you have understood the difference between the substances and the objects. Clear? So objects are made from substances. Remember, girls, objects are made from substances. So I repeat again, wood and soil is substance and chair and earthen pot is object. So objects are made from substances, and substances we get directly from nature. Now wood also we get from nature, from tree. Correct? Naturally we plant tree, but as it grows bigger and bigger, naturally what happens? We get wood from the tree, old tree. Correct? And so from wood we get from nature. It is a nature. So soil and wood we get from nature, but from that whatever is prepared, that are the objects. So chair, table, bed, cupboard, all these furnitures are made from the help of wood. Earthen pots are made with the help of soil. Okay, so the soil and wood are the substances, chair and the pot are objects. So objects are made from substances. Is it clear to you all? What is the difference between the substances and objects? And how are the objects prepared? With the help of the substances. Now let's go to the next topic, energy. Okay, so we are going to study about energy. First, before studying this, we make useful objects from a variety of substances. Not only the wood and soil, there are so many other substances, and from that we can prepare many things. If you see around your surroundings and all, there are so many substances from where the objects are being prepared. Okay, so as I said that we make lot of things by using the soil. We can make lot of things by using wooden material. Also, another use of substances is that we get energy from some of them. Now, how we get energy from some of them? For example, if we burn wood, what happens? We get fire. So, fire is a type of energy. How? We use it for cooking. Previously in past, there were no gas. Now we get gas, HP cylinders, no? So previously, grandparents, parents, what they used to do? They used to do all the cooking work on fire. Okay? So fire is a type of energy. Also, it is for warming. Nowadays, when the cold season, some of the people come together and they make fire and sit next to the fire and they get warmness. Okay, so fire gives us energy. Clear, girls? So, substances give us the energy. Substances give us the energy. Clear to you all? So, depending on the energy, girls, we can see that over here, when we have run a long distance, we feel tired. Can you see in the picture? We have to stop. So, why is that? Why we can't run continuously? Why we have to stop in between when we feel tired? Even we feel tired, why we are not supposed to run? For what reason? Why is that? Means when we will run, when we will walk for a while, after a particular time, a particular period, we will feel a lot of tiredness. So we have to stop at a particular time when we feel tired. We can't keep on running or we can't keep on jumping. If you are jumping continuously for 5 to 10 minutes, I don't think so you will be able to. You will be halting, you will be stopping in between. Either 5 jumps, 10 jumps. After that, you will get tired. So, you will be just stopping it. Correct? We have to stop at particular point, at particular time. We can't continuously jump or run or walk. So, why we should stop? Why is that? What is the reason for that? So, here, whenever we do any type of heavy physical activity, for doing any type of physical activity, we require energy. So, energy is required to do work. So, when we are doing any particular work, any type of work for a longer time, whatever energy is present in our body, that has been completely used. So, when energy level goes down, we are not able to work. So, when you are studying also, so if you continuously sit for study, hours and hours for study, after few hours, for example, tomorrow is your test, and today continuously you will sit for 3 hours to 4 hours. But after that, you will feel restless. Correct? Yes. While playing also, you will play for 3 to 4 hours, but afterwards you will feel restless. So, why? For what reason? So, when energy level goes down, we are not able to work. We are not able to do any kind of work. Anything. No studies, no playing, nothing. So, simply like it is like a vehicle. We also like a vehicle. How? When the petrol or diesel is over, what happens? The vehicle will not work. It will stop wherever it is. Correct? So exactly in the same manner, our body also is like a vehicle. When in our body energy is over, we are not able to work. Okay? So energy is very important. I hope so we have studied this in the previous lesson about energy. And from where we get the energy? From food. Correct? Yes. So now, what do you mean by energy? Can you tell me? Yes, the capacity of a body to do work is called energy. Very important, girls. It might be asked for your exam. The capacity of a body to do work is called energy. I repeat again. The capacity of a body to do work is called energy. Say along with me. The capacity of a body to do work is called energy. Clear? Okay. So, girls, there are so many different types of vehicles. Yes, you can see around you. It can be new brand vehicle, new brand. Okay. So there is a motor vehicle. Think there is a motor vehicle or any type of vehicle. Its tank is full of fuel, but it does not move. Why is that? By chance, if you have new brand bike or scooty, Activa, Jupiter, or four wheeler or car, you can see, and yet that tank is full, full of fuel, petrol or diesel, whatever is needed. Full it is. The tank is full of fuel. Now, fuel means petrol or diesel. But the vehicle is not moving from one place to another. Why is that? So, if the petrol or diesel is present in the vehicle, then it should run, right? Your parents, when you go out for moving, so what happens? Sometimes your parents, on the way only, they fill the petrol in the bike, correct? So naturally, when the petrol is full in the bike, your bike will move automatically. But when it is new brand and the tank is full, so why it will not work? Why it will not run automatically? Can you give the answer? If the vehicles are full of fuel, the tank is full, still it will not move automatically. Why? What's the reason? Yes. So when petrol or diesel burns in a motor vehicle, energy gets released. Energy gets released. So when the petrol is finished or if it stops burning, the vehicle too stops running. So when something burns, energy gets released in the form of heat. It means for running the vehicle, the petrol and diesel, it has to burn continuously. Now when they keep in the showroom, they keep for months and months in the showroom. Correct? Naturally, they will not fill the tank, but at least there will be 1 or 2 liter petrol in that. But it remains for months and months in the showroom. And when we purchase it, what happens? Sometimes it doesn't move properly. Okay? So why it is so? Because the petrol and the diesel has to burn. It should move from one place to another. Then only that petrol or diesel will burn. It will release. So if the petrol or diesel burns continuously, then only the vehicle will go ahead. For example, if you are going for outing or if you have gone to your village and your bike is here for 1 month, you have not used it. 1 month you have stayed in the village and you have come back. So after 1 month, when your parent will start that say bike or whatever, whichever bike or Activa you have, what will happen? Will it work nicely or will it start at once? No. Your daddy will take lot of time to start that bike. Okay? So same way here. Clear? So what happens? The vehicle will stop. If your it is not working, or if the diesel and petrol is over, it will stop wherever you are. So when the petrol or diesel gets burned, the energy is released in the form of heat. In the form of heat. And because of the heat, the vehicle moves from one place to another. So for the movement of the vehicle, the energy released in the form of heat is very important. If the energy is not released in the form of the heat, then the vehicle will stop wherever you are. That means it is not compulsory that vehicle should only have fuel. That fuel should burn. So it is compulsory that the energy should be released in the form of heat. Okay, and then only the vehicle will be in the moving position. Otherwise, it will completely stop. As I gave the example, if you are 1 month, if you have stayed in the village, and after 1 month, if you start your bike, when you come back, it will not start quickly. It will take lot of time. Even if it starts, while moving also, it will be not moving in the proper way. It will stop. Okay. So, for what reason? Because of the heat. The fuel should burn. They should get the heat. Heat energy should be produced. Is it clear to you all, girls? Yeah. So, you have learned that in our body, two energy is obtained by the burning of certain substances. Here you can see many machines can be run using fuels. Now there are so many different types of big machines which are used by the petrol or diesel or by electricity also. Okay? Yeah. So the heat energy also is obtained. So girls, you know that there are different types of fuels which are available in front of us. Can you see on this screen? Yeah. What are they? Coal, diesel, CNG, LPG, petrol are all substances from which energy is obtained in the form of heat. So you must have seen CNG. Now you will be thinking CNG? But you must have seen this CNG word on the auto rickshaw behind, on four-wheeler car. Okay, that is a cylinder. CNG is a cylinder. Instead of petrol or diesel, they use cylinder. That is known as CNG. So what is the full form of CNG now? It is compressed natural gas. What is CNG? Compressed natural gas. Okay, is one type of cylinder. Okay, and it is used instead of petrol or diesel. Clear? And LPG. Now LPG you can see in your own houses also. It is cylinder, gas cylinder. Correct? So what is the full form of LPG? Can anyone tell me? Yes, it is liquefied petroleum gas. What it is? Liquefied petroleum gas. So, coal, diesel, CNG, LPG, petrol, all these are substances that release the energy which is obtained in the form of heat. And because of the heat, only the substances or objects they set into the motion. Only because of this they can work. So you can see that there are different variety of fuels. Can you see here? There are different types of fuels. such as coal. LPG we can see in our own houses, correct? Then coal is there, kerosene, biogas, and these are also used by us sometimes. These are also used by us sometimes. Okay? So we use it in our day-to-day activity. So because of this all fuels, we get the energy in the form of heat. Clear to you all, girls? So when a person or vehicle moves, heat energy gets converted into motion. So energy in the form of motion is called kinetic energy. So the heat energy which is released, that heat energy is set into a motion, and energy is in the form of motion. So the energy which is released into the form of motion is called a kinetic energy. I repeat again, energy in the form of motion is called kinetic energy. Say along with me. Energy in the form of motion is called kinetic energy. Is it clear to you all? So, when we get the kinetic energy now? When the heat energy gets converted into motion. So because of motion, the vehicle or person gets kinetic energy. Clear? So girls, always remember that all moving things have kinetic energy. Now you must be thinking that what are moving things? So like for example, in this picture or diagram, can you see to your right side? Yeah. There is sailing of boats in a sea. And also we can see the left side windmills, clouds, correct? So when the wind blows, the ship also sails, okay, and the windmill also turns on. The windmill also starts, okay, and also the clouds move in the sky. Have you seen any time? Just noticed. So these all are the examples of kinetic energy. That means kinetic energy is present in the wind. So when the wind blows, the windmill turns on and sailing boats and clouds move from one place to another. And so they say that all moving things have kinetic energy. Now this work is possible only because of kinetic energy of the wind. Only because of kinetic energy in the wind, these things are being possible. Okay, that means wind contains kinetic energy, and because of the movement of the kinetic energy, all things are moving from one place to another. So which other machines you know used kinetic energy to do certain tasks? How do they get this kinetic energy? Yes, ceiling fan, a mixer grinder, a water pump are machines in which kinetic energy is used, and they get kinetic energy from electricity. So electricity is also a form of energy. Correct? Now each and everyone has ceiling fan in their houses. mixer is there, grinder is there, water pump is there, correct? So if not water pump, at least ceiling fan, mixer, grinder must be there in your house. So if there is no electricity, no current, full day, so what will happen? Can you on your ceiling fan? No. If you need mixer, can you on it? No. So ceiling fan, mixer, grinder, water pump, all this machine needs electricity to start. Okay, these all machines are working with the help of electricity. So, electricity is also a form of energy. So, with the help of electricity, they get kinetic energy. Now, homework for you. Find out what is the original source of energy for the electricity produced at a thermal power station. Okay, you can make use of your net. And what uses of heat energy do we see in our daily life? This is your homework. Now the next topic, other forms of energy. So girls, we are not only using kinetic energy in our day-to-day life, but we are using other forms of energy also. For example, we use several devices in which work is done using not heat but other forms of energy. For example, we use electricity to run the TV. TV means television. In it, the electricity is converted into light and sound energy. How? So, when we use the television at home, or when we are watching television at home, TV at home. So when we use the television, what happens? The television will not work without the help of electricity, without the supply of electricity. As I said, if there is no current or no electricity full day, what will happen? You will not be able to see any cartoons, any pictures, any movies, any serials on television because there is no electricity. So, electricity is compulsory for television. So, we use electricity to run the television, that is TV. So, in it, the electricity is converted into light and sound energy. So, when we switch on, we see the light in the TV or in the television and we can hear the sound. Okay. So, if the electricity is not converted into light and sound energy, we will not be able to see picture, movies, serials, cartoons on television. That means basically electricity is used by television. So in the television, this electricity is converted into light and sound energy. So like kinetic energy, there is other form of energy such as light and sound energy. So they are very important for television to run. Okay. Now, in the same manner, girls, there are other examples also. For example, you must have seen the solar cooker or solar water heater, or you must have heard some parents must be having it at home. Correct? Solar cooker or solar heater, water heater. So, how it works? What it needs? So, they need solar energy to work. Okay? So, how they get it? What do you mean by solar energy? the energy which we get from sunlight. The energy which we get from sunlight is known as solar energy. Okay. So whatever energy we get from sunlight is known as solar energy. So when we burn substances like coal, mineral oil, the stored energy they contain is converted into heat energy. So at the same time, you must have seen that coal, mineral oil, etc. are also used for burning purpose. So when we burn coal or mineral oil, these are substances. Coal and mineral oil are substances. So they store energy which is converted into heat energy. Okay. So we have studied about kinetic energy, light energy, sound energy, solar energy, heat energy, and electricity or electrical energy. Okay. Now observe this picture. Can you see some of the arrows? The main part is what? What is the main part over here? Can you notice? It's the electricity. Okay. How we generate electricity, with what help we generate electricity? So can you see the diagrams side by? Yeah. So the coal is also used to generate electricity. Also windmill is used to generate electricity. Also smoke. Also flowing water. Biogas. Biogas means the waste material, garbage. So all this is used for generating electricity. So there are so many things which are used to generate the electricity. Okay. Now, so girls, we all know that, we have studied also about it, that plants use sunlight to prepare their own food. And in this process, energy from sunlight is stored in the food substance they make. These are the substances that burn in our body and give us all the energy we need for various purposes. Okay. So we know that plants use the sunlight to prepare their own food material with the help of photosynthesis. We have studied about it. So the plants use the sunlight to prepare their own food. So in this process, energy from the sunlight is stored in the form of food. The energy from the sunlight is stored in the form of food. So that means plants also absorb sunlight and it is converted into the food material which is used by plants. Okay. So these are the substances that burn in our body and give us all the energy we need for various purposes. So we use the food material which is used by plants. We eat same. So when this food material is burned in our body, we get energy. So energy we get just because of the digestion of the food. So the food is very, very important, and we have studied this in last lesson. Food for all. Yes. So for energy, food is very, very important. Now next topic is sources of energy. We use various forms of energy such as heat, light, sound, electricity and kinetic energy to do different tasks. Now we have studied about it. So all these are important forms of energy which are used in our day-to-day life. But Girls, in today's world, our main sources for all these forms of energy are fuels and electricity. And to produce electricity, many power stations use fuels. That means without fuels and electricity, there are so many instruments we are using. They won't work or they will not be able to work. So, fuels and electricity are very important forms of energy which we are using in our day to day life to produce electricity. And to produce electricity, many power stations make use of fuels like coal, petrol, diesel, and water. So, there are so many forms of energy which we are using it. Okay? Now, here. Stores of coal and mineral oil on earth are limited. Coal and mineral oil is limited. If you use more, it will get over soon. In future, we will have to use mainly solar energy and atomic energy for the purpose of producing electricity. So if coal and mineral oil we are using lot, then it will finish it soon. So instead of that, what? We will use solar energy and atomic energy. Okay? So, there are batteries which produce electricity using sunlight and they are called solar batteries. Nowadays in malls, in theaters, we can see these solar batteries. Okay? On the streets, we can see these solar lights. Okay? And they work with the help of sunlight. So solar means sunlight, the energy which we get from sunlight. So you must have heard the solar battery or solar panel. So when this battery absorb the sunlight, they produce the electricity. So they are called the solar batteries. Okay? The heat of the sun, flowing water and wind do not get depleted. Now what do you mean by depleted here? Depleted means they will not get over at all. They will not be finished. We have lot. It is not limited. It is unlimited stock. We have lot. Okay. So they are present to us abundantly, plenty. That means they are not going to finish at all. So it will be there forever. So they are the important source of energy. They will never get vanish. Sun, flowing water, wind, they will never get vanish. If sun will get vanish, what will happen? We will not get day. Correct? If water is over, we will know our life is serious. And wind same. So sun, flowing water and wind will not get over at all. Okay? So, what they say as we are supposed to use it. It's lot, but we are supposed to use it nicely. Okay? So we have to use them as much as we can, but in proper way. So coal, petrol and diesel are limited. They are limited. They can get over. But this sun, flowing water and wind are unlimited. So we are supposed to use them properly. Okay? Besides, they do not cause pollution when used to produce electricity. So sun, water, wind, they never cause any pollution. Okay? So they never create any type of pollution. So this is one of the useful way to use them. But producing electricity by these methods is expensive. So if they are not producing the pollution, they can be is alternative for the petrol, diesel and coal. So petrol, diesel, coal will be alternative. Clear? So in any method of electricity generation, resources from the environment have to be used. So different types of resources have to be used for producing electricity. Hence, making a habit of using the minimum amount of electricity is necessary in today's world. That means we have to use the electricity minimum. Minimum means less, in less quantity. Everywhere at home, school, wherever you go. If you don't require light or fan, what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to switch off. Okay, if you need, then only you on it. If you don't need, please switch it off. Okay, so by this way we are going to minimize the electricity. So if we try to minimize or use less electricity, we can slowly save lot of electricity. So we need to make a habit of using the minimum amount of electricity in today's world. So girls, always remember sunlight, wind and water are non-exhaustible sources of energy. Now what do you mean by non-exhaustible resources? Non-exhaustible means they will not finish anytime. They are unlimited to us. So we should think about them by using alternative sources. They must be used to the maximum extent as alternative sources of energy. So girls, we have finished our lesson here. So now let us see what we have studied, what we have learned in this lesson. Every substance we see around us is made of minute particles. We can make different objects from the same substance. For example, soil. With the help of the soil, we are not making only earthen pots, but we can prepare many different types of objects. Substances are in the solid, liquid and gaseous state. The capacity of a body to do work is called energy. All moving things have kinetic energy. Various forms of energy such as heat, light, sound, electricity are used to do different kinds of work. Sunlight, wind and water are non-exhaustible sources of energy. So, here are some of the exercise, that is filling the blanks are here. You are supposed to write it in your science notebook. True or false? Find the odd man out. Answer in one sentence. Answer it brief. What's the solution? And also here is a small assignment which I have given to you. You are supposed to complete it by the help of this presentation or by the help of your textbook. Okay girls, I hope so you have understood this lesson very well. Okay, so these are some of the questions you are supposed to write it in your science notebook and learn for your exam. And also the assignment which you are supposed to complete the question and answers with the help of the presentation or the textbook. Clear? So see you in the next presentation. with the new lesson. Bye bye. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe.